So then guys, with the successful launch of the iPhone 17 models and also the iPhone Air, a lot of you guys are wondering, should I just wait one more year to get myself an iPhone 18 Pro or 18 Pro Max? And would it come with a lot more features than what we've got with the current iPhone 17 Pro or 17 Pro Max? Well, today I want to tell you about 6 potential big upgrades we're going to be getting for the iPhone 18 Pro and the iPhone 18 Pro Max. But just quickly, first of all, a lot of you guys are probably going to say in the comments, why are you talking about the iPhone 18 or the iPhone 18 models when we've just had the iPhone 17 announced? Well, this is the thing. Apple have got a continuous pipeline of new products coming out all of the time, and they're working on generations ahead. Do remember that in the past, that when we were around about 2004 time, Apple were actually making the iPad at that time, before even inventing the iPhone. And yet they released the iPhone and they shelved the iPad plan and then brought it out a couple of years later after the first generation iPhone. And then also we've heard about other products that Apple have talked about, like say the Vision Pro, where Tim Cook has even said that they've been working on the Vision Pro for, almost a decade in the making to get it created. And this is the thing, Apple are constantly making the next products years in advance into the making. They don't just simply make an iPhone and then that's it, release it, let's go back to the drawing board, start again with the next generation. They know and working on research for future generations of what they're going to bring out in each version. So that's why we get these leaks coming in already. So with that all noted down, let's talk about the first big potential upgrade that we've heard about for the iPhone 18 Pro and the 18 Pro Max, and that is all to do with Dynamic Island. We've been told that Dynamic Island could actually be made a bit more smaller this time round, take off about a third of the size of it in all diameters, and this is what we could potentially be getting. The main reason behind this is because the likes of say Face ID would probably be moving on to say the 3rd generation or so. So remember, we had the first generation in that notch, and then after that we've had the things like the Dynamic Island sort of version of Face ID, and so we're probably going to get another version of Face ID where the sensors are made even smaller this time because technology has just evolved over time. So because of this, the Dynamic Island probably doesn't need to be as big on your screen. The great news about this is that it means that if you are watching your content or things like this, you won't have so much of this kind of big island sitting at the top there, and it'll be much more smaller this time. It's most likely that 18 megapixel sensor that's on the iPhone 17 Pro Max right now, the amazing one, what allows you to do it in portrait or into landscape, that will also be moved over. So yeah, that is great news to hear that we could potentially be getting a smaller Dynamic Island. But if you are expecting to have say a hidden Face ID underneath the actual screen or anything like this, well, you may have to wait out for at least another generation or two. But moving on from this then, let's talk about the second big change we've heard about for the iPhone 18 Pro and the iPhone 18 Pro Max, and that's all to do with the MagSafe area that we have at the bottom of the phone now. So obviously this is a glass ceramic shield kind of area here, what we have on the back, the ceramic shield 2 glass here, and the main reason why it's glass is all to do with say MagSafe. But it looks like the potential that we could actually see the guts of this phone. They might actually make that glass a little bit translucent this time. So maybe you will still get the kind of color of the phone, but you'll be able to see a little bit inside of it and actually see of the inner workings of your iPhone, what could be pretty cool to see with it. And also you'd be able to identify your phone a little bit more different compared to say the iPhone 17 models. So you'd probably even see things like the MagSafe coil and things like this, but this is something that again has been rumored that is potentially coming. So if you're not quite sure about the coloring of the back of the iPhone 17 Pro at the moment and you'd like it to be a little bit more see-through and think that's going to be cool, maybe just wait out for the iPhone 18 Pro or the iPhone 18 Pro Max. But then after this, for the third big upgrade we've heard about, and again, this is a slight design tweak as well, and that is all to do with that camera control button that was first introduced with the iPhone 16 models. It looks like Apple are going to be changing this again. We've had a leak in telling us that they're looking to change how this camera control button is going to work and how it's going to help us in the future with doing kind of pro photography. Not too much has been spoken about this button and what those changes will involve and how it will help us. us, but all we know is that there are leaks out there that Apple are looking to update this button and make it a bit more friendlier for a lot of Pro users out there. But just quickly, guys, I want to tell you about the channel giveaway for what we're doing right now, what is an iPhone 17 Pro Max, what I'm giving away to one lucky subscriber at the middle of January time 2026. This is an international giveaway, so anyone can enter in around the world, and all you have to do to get this new iPhone 17 Pro Max 256GB model with physical SIM card slot, because some countries don't accept eSIM yet, all you have to do is just do 2 steps to enter in. The first thing you need to do right now is just put down into the comments below of what technology gear you're hoping to get at the end of 2025 or before that time, or into the early part of 2026. Put it down into the comments below of this video. Now, the other part of the giveaway, well, that will be happening near the middle of January 2026, where I'll be giving you even more details about the giveaway, including a form to fill in, and then also telling when I'll be doing the live stream to give this away to one lucky subscriber. So you won't want to miss out on that video. So the best thing you can do right now is make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Plus, you also want to be a subscriber because obviously I'm giving this away to a subscriber. The last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys is that sadly there are still scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, telling you to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people. Best you can see right here. Please do report them. But moving on then, for the fourth big upgrade we've heard about is all to do with the main Fusion camera, the 48 megapixel one, that this is also going to be getting an upgrade next time around. And to be honest, this is the one I'm most excited for to see in an iPhone Pro. We're going to get a variable aperture put inside of this. Not a digital variable aperture, what kind of exists right now, but an actual variable aperture. Now, if you're a person who does photography, you'll know all about aperture and how this works. But it looks like what's going to happen is that over the actual sensor and the lens, there's going to be the ability to shield out light and also let more light in. Right now, what a kind of DSLR sort of sensor does right now with a variable aperture, it can actually close the shutter and open the shutter more to let more light in when, for example, you're in a dark scenario. So it opens up and then obviously that picture is more exposed and you get better light control. And also it works the opposite way round. It closes up more if you're on a really, really bright day outside or you've got really, really bright artificial light. So yeah, it really would help there. Plus also having this ability, especially when we just talked about that camera control button being updated too, that you could actually have that option to actually maybe manually change that kind of variable aperture, what will really help out. So you could get your own distinguished DSLR look with your actual iPhone. Not all done digitally, you could actually have that built into the sensor. And it looks like Apple are working with Samsung to actually get this created. But then after this, for the fifth big upgrade we've heard about, is that we're going to get the A20 Pro inside this phone. Now that is a given, it was going to be the A20 Pro, but one thing what's going to be different about it, it's going to be built on a 2 nanometer process. Now having this built on the 2 nanometer process, it means that the chip is going to be even more efficient this time. What is excellent news for people still moaning about battery life, even on the likes of say an iPhone 17 Pro Max. It will help out there. And it will also make sure that we can actually go for another evolution step up in actual speed as well with this chip. The only one thing I would say going to 2 nanometer does make the chip a little bit more hotter than 3 nanometer, but don't forget, we've just got the vapor chamber introduced into the iPhone 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max. So I'm sure this is really going to help out having this with the A20 Pro chip. So this is something also exciting to hear about. And then finally, for the sixth big update, again to help out with battery life, it looks like that Apple could actually make a C2 or C2X to go inside of their Pro phone. Don't forget that the actual iPhone 17 Pro, the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and the regular iPhone 17 or normal iPhone 17 still has a Qualcomm chip in it right now to connect you to cellular, to get you 4G, 5G, 3G, and all of that. It's not the C1X chip, what was put inside of the iPhone Air, or the C1 chip that was put in the iPhone 16e. But it looks like the next generation chip, whether this be the normal C2 or whether this be the C2X, what's going to be even more efficient than the C1 chip or the C1X is going to be going inside of this phone. And this is great news to hear because, like I said, it will extend out your battery life even more. What's going to be absolutely incredible, especially also combined, like I said, with that 2 nanometer A20 Pro chip. So this is something else to look forward to. But really, guys, those are my top 6 reasons why you may want to wait out to get an iPhone 18 Pro or an iPhone 18 Pro Max. Are you excited for this next phone already, even though it's going to be like about a year away? Or do you think you're just going to go out and buy yourself an iPhone 17 model? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well, guys, it's time to wrap up this video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.